Hello everyone. Today we are going to be doing some fractal training with our guildies. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with us. It will be great. And hey Noel. Your mic, Sanduk, or mine? I hope you can hear me. Yeah, I think it's yours. Okay. So as I was saying, we're going to be doing some fractal training today for new people who are new to this. We are going to do it with our guildies. And if anyone who is going to be watching us new to fractals, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Now I see that you guys are already inside, but okay. I'm not sure what you mean by your question, but we did move servers yesterday, or today. We are moving to Emery Bay. I made an announcement for War This Is World, and we are already in the process. We even did some War This Is World today on the new server. I'm not sure if that's what you were referring to or not. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to start taking them in order because I plan for this to be a series. It's not going to be one after another, but I would like to do them in order nonetheless. So I'm not going to worry about what are the dailies or anything. We're going to do it one at a time. And we're going to start with Volcanic. So what we're going to do right now is, again, we're going to have a party. We're going to do fractals together. And I know for sure that at least a couple of people with us are going to be very new to fractals. So I don't want you to worry about gear or agony resistance or anything like this. If you are someone who is going to be very new to fractals, there's not that much you need to get started. Just simply have a character that's level 80 with at least exotic gear or something that's acceptable and you understand how to play, and you will be fine. It shouldn't be too hard, and we will explain mechanics as we go now. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think it will be the start of something good. And we did this because some people already said that they would like to move with us, which was not possible on our previous server. So hopefully this is going to give them a better chance. Okay, so let's get started. No, I don't want you to worry about what class you are in. Don't worry about it. I'm on my healer. I'm on my Tempest, and that's really all that matters. We just need one healer at least. And I'm already on it, so it won't matter what are you on. Just bring whatever you want. Play whatever you are comfortable with, and that's it. Okay, let's get started. Again, if we have any questions, feel free to ask as we go. Let me know if the game volume is too low or too loud, please. I can adjust. So, this is the beginning part, and just this cutscene that I'm just going to skip for now. And as you can see, we will have a bunch of growls ahead of us that we need to kill. Now, on lower levels, it's not going to be too much of a problem. They're not going to do too much damage. But in higher levels, they actually hit very hard. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of already start preparing ourselves for that. So what you want to do is you want to stack on the corner. So come with me, guys. Come with me. Hello. See, we are already doing low level, and as you can see, we're already taking too much damage. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to come here. Curly, come here. Come here to me.
I think I'm having computer problems. Because my all of my keys are just flashing and I'm stuck. Like I can't move.
Try to do /sit.
/what?
Sit. I will type it for you.
Oh, okay.
Like.
Oh, okay.
So. Try to do this.
Okay, that worked. Yeah.
Okay, come here now. So we want to stack and we want to get those growths to group up together and be here. This way it will make it easier for us to handle them quickly without having to worry about too much stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull them here.
What are you guys up to, Johnny?
We are doing some fractal training and we are live on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and finish those growths. Try to pull them here. If we have any range, go ahead and pull them here. Okay, we just want to make sure we are stacked together all the time. So we pull the first wave to us and usually the snowball after this. Or we can come back down to the middle here and finish them. But this is the first part. We just need to finish those grows. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just make sure we're stacked together all the time. Anytime we're doing any sort of group content together, you never ever want to range. You never ever want to be on your own, even if you do more damage from range. You always want to stay together as a group. That's it. I'm not sure what was the last time or when was the last time you saw my earlier. I think I just changed colors. But yes, this is my main. Tempest is my main for group content. I use it as my main healer and I always play healer or support classes in group content. So that's it. Try to pull them here, just range. Serija, it will help a lot if you have Spectral Grasp. So try to equip it whenever you have a chance.
Okay.
Okay. And we are done with the first part. Now we are going to try and skip those flaming balls. So or boulders. Just try to skip them. Just go through them. They move very slowly as you can see. So it shouldn't be too hard for you to skip. You will find those AoEs from time to time. They will knock you down. So try to avoid them on your path as well. Swiftness here will help, or any sort of speed buff can help significantly, but even without them, as you can see, it shouldn't be too hard to avoid those boulders. If you did get hit by them, you are going to go down immediately. But again, it shouldn't be too hard. And you can easily see them, you can even wait for them, you can go right and left. Overall, it shouldn't be too hard to avoid at all. Anytime you see this Mistlock singularity, try to take it because it will give you a buff that is going to prevent you from going down at least once, and it will also reset your skills. You can interact with this only if you have the proper mastery for it. And this is the Fractal Attunement Mastery. It's called Mistlock Singularities. This is the last one. So if you have this, you can interact with this. It will give you the buff, and it will also automatically activate any potions you have in your inventory. I happen to have the Omni Potion, and so it automatically activated it as you can see, and it gave me the buffs for it. And it also reset my skills. I didn't have anything on cooldown, but if I did, it would have resetted. So now we are going to have two things to worry about here. We're going to have vets that will be coming to us one by one, and those need to be killed very quickly. On lower levels, they move slowly, and they don't really cause too much problems, so it shouldn't be too hard. But what you want to do here is you want to use any sort of CCs. So immobilize, cripple, chill, knockback, all that kind of stuff. It's very good because those vets, you guys kill them while I just explain here quickly. As you can see, we have 4 captive NPCs here. If those got knocked down, all of them, you actually fail and you need to reset. However, if you manage to save all of them and prevent them from going down, you'll get some extra rewards. So you, of course, you want to try and keep all of them alive if possible. And from time to time, you're going to see those infused stones. You want to grab them, and then you want to throw it at the champion Growl Shaman. You will notice under his bar, there's this protective bubble buff. Every time you throw a bubble at him, it goes down by 1. And when it reaches 0, he will come down, and you can kill him. Okay, so there are 2 things to worry about for this part. You want to kill the veteran growls that are coming to prevent them from throwing the NPCs in the lava. And at the same time, you want someone to throw infused stones in them. There is no specific order, there is no specific split. Just make sure you keep attention and pay attention to both of them. If you have any sort of CCs, immobilized, chill, cripple, knockback, that kind of stuff, it's very good to use them as the veterans. And of course, damage to kill them quickly. And then whenever you have a chance, throw those infused stones on the Growl Shaman.
1, 2, 3, lift!
As you can see, we're just trying to take his stacks down a notch. And it also helps your party if you see those veteran growls target. This way we can, it's kind of like a heads up that they spawned and we need to kill them quickly. So just use your CCs with them. For people with us on YouTube or in Discord, if there's anything we're explaining that is not clear and you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will be very happy to explain things. Okay, I don't want you to be shy. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate the kind words and greatly appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Glad you are enjoying the stream and you think it's useful. Remember, if we have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, let's go ahead. And as you can see, once we got his stacks down, the guy is now down and we can kill him easily. This is low level, so it shouldn't be too hard. And from time to time, he's going to have his bubble again. What we want to do is exactly the same thing. Find an infused stone to throw it at him and break his bubble. But at lower level, he'll still get affected by contis, and once he's 25%, he's going to just have that kind of stuff, that bubble removed, and we can move on. Try to find an infused stone and just throw it at him. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. Hey, Mantis. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but once we got him down to 25%, this chest appeared. And because I have auto loot, you saw some extra loot I got, some extra chests and such. This is because we managed to save all the NPCs and we did not lose any of them. Now we go to the next part. As you can see, the shaman threw himself in the lava and he kind of turned into a little bit more superior form. This next part, we're just going to need to do some jumping. You don't need to kill the NPCs here. You can just skip them. Okay? So we can just jump. Pay attention to where we are jumping. Try to follow me. Okay? And just be careful. So don't panic. It's not a very hard jump. You just need to be careful and take it one step at a time. Since we already have aggro, we can just kill them quickly. But if you can avoid aggro, that will be great, because aggro will slow you down and it can cause some problems with the jump. So if you have aggro, just kill them quickly. And then we go right here. Again, just pay attention where you are jumping. Just take it one step at a time, no rush. Come here. Here we go. Okay. And be careful, there's another part where you can fall down. Be careful here. One last jump. Okay, and let's kill this bed just for a second, because there's a couple of things I want to explain before we go to the next fight. So as you can see, this whole place is covered in lava. Obviously, you want to try and stay inside those rocks or inside this space here as much as you can, and you don't want to fall in the lava. But more importantly, if you stand still at all, you are going to get burned. So you want to constantly move. I will stand still for a few seconds to show you that I will get burned, but for you, you want to constantly keep moving. And as you can see also, there are a bunch of NPCs that are spread around. Every 25%, this shaman will try to sacrifice one of them to gain health. And it is your job to prevent him from doing so. How does that happen? He's going to have the same bubble around him again, but this time, there will not be infused stones. This time, you just simply need to hit him with any skills you have until the stacks go away and he loses his buff. We're going to see all of that in a second. But this is how you prevent him from sacrificing any of the villagers to get some health. So, bottom line is, keep moving, prevent him from sacrificing any of the NPCs, and every 25% you are also going to see a lot of lava elementals that are going to come around us, and they will do a lot of damage. And so we want to try and reflect or pull them or get rid of them one way or another very quickly. So let's get ready and let's see what we'll do. Let's go. So always stay stacked with your group, always. Whatever build you are running, whatever class, whether you are range or melee, it doesn't matter. You always want to stay stacked with your group. Here is the first 25%, and here is the buff. As you can see, it's those numbers. Keep using any skills that will do damage, anything that will do damage at all. There are specific skills that do multiple hits at the same time, like for example the X5 on warrior, all that kind of stuff. Things that will do multiple hits at the same time, those are very good for this situation. And as you can see, I'm now going to be standing still. You are going to notice that I'm constantly getting burned. To avoid those burning stacks, just keep moving around. If you move around, you're not going to be hit by them. And every 25% is going to do the same thing again. Here he has his bubble again. Just use any skill, it doesn't matter. Whether it actually does some damage or not, just anything that is going to hit him to prevent him from going to the next NPC. And once you break his bubble, he stops going and we're not going to have him sacrificed anymore. And you can see the lava spread around us, but this is low level, so they are relatively easy and they die quickly. But that's, again, pretty much the same thing. Here's his bubble again. Just keep using any of your normal attacks to break his bubble, prevent him from going to the next NPC, sacrificing himself. And remember to keep moving all the time, because the moment we stand still, we start getting burned. And that's it. Good job. Well done. As you can see, we are doing Fractal level 1. But even though this is level 1, we're still getting a very decent amount of loot. Those Fractal encryptions, each one of them, sell for a very decent amount. Let me show you. Each one of them sell for about 23 silver. On top of that, you get a lot of the +1 and stuff. So Fractals are very, very good, regardless of the level you're doing them. So don't feel like, because I'm starting fresh, I'm not going to make profit and it will be a waste of time. It's not. Like, honestly, sometimes I will not be in the mood. I may be kind of stressed out or something and I don't want to do something tier 4. I take it easy and I do tier 1. It's not bad. It's not like you're still going to make a decent amount of profit. For me personally, yes, and this is something I will explain in a second. But the bottom line is, it is still very good to try and do fractals. So we're going to do the one next, uncategorized. I'm just trying to do them in order right now, because I want to show people the mechanics for all of them, and this is going to be an ongoing series. I'm also going to take my food here. This is healing food, so don't take it unless you are running a healing build. And here's my last bountiful thing. Let me buy a couple more here quickly before I forget. 1 minute. Because I know I'll forget. I don't have time to craft, so let's just buy some of them quickly. If you want to drop, you can drop, Techie. If you want to, you can drop. I personally don't have power food, but you can drop if you want. So what we will do now is I will explain mechanics for 2-3 fractals. And at the end, I will show you how can we make some decent profit from them. Okay? So I will talk about opening and the keys and all of that at the end. But right now, I want to explain mechanics. Thank you very much, Techie. So you can take this for DPS if you want. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start the next one. How is this so far, Sanduk? Is it easy? Serja, are you new to fractals?
No, no.
Okay. Techie, are you new to fractals? Okay, really, very good. Okay. Okay. So, for this next part, especially if you are a new player, do not skip those mobs. First of all, they drop some good loot, but it will actually cause much more problems and stall much more progress if you skip, because some people will simply not be able to. Okay? So, let's just go ahead and kill all of them. As you can see, it's not a very hard jump. So just kill those mobs. Take it one step at a time, no rush. I'm jumping relatively quickly because I know my path. On higher levels, you are going to notice that those harpies will start knocking you back and they will start crippling. Sorry, just replying to our guildie, because we were actually supposed to start a little earlier, but something came up and I had to go, so we postponed it 30 minutes. Okay, so come up here. Take it one step at a time, don't rush. Don't rush, take your time. Take your time. Good job. Again, just kill them and we can jump. Please don't pay too much attention to the skills I'm using. I'm not doing a very good job using the build right now because I cannot multifunction. I cannot stream, explain, and play well. I cannot do that. So please don't judge the build or what I'm doing with it. But it's also, we are doing low level, so it should be relatively easy. So I'm not too much worried. Did you fall? You fell. That's okay. Take your time. Take your time. Right. Okay, here we go. So what we want to do now, before we start, we're going to kill those generators and then we're going to find a bunch of mobs that will spawn. We need to kill them in a certain order to make things smooth for us. The first one we want to kill is the champion rabbit that will come from here. Why? Because ANET wants to troll us. And this rabbit is literally going to one-shot all of us. It does not matter what build you are running. It does not matter how tanky you are. If he hits you, you are going to go down. So we want to kill this rabbit as quick as we can. And then next, we want to kill this veteran guy. Or girl, I guess. I'm not sure. But it's going to drop bombs that is going to knock us back. So we need to kill her immediately. Okay, so the champion first, because he can one-shot. And then we kill the bandit, because it will knock back. And then we will handle those two champions together. We have the flame shaman, and we have the Ethan. Okay, so again, the order is the rabbit, and then the bandit, and then the other two champions. Yes, I will call targets. Okay, here we go. Let's get the generator. Here is it. Here is the rabbit. Quickly, hit him quickly, and watch out, don't get hit. He will literally one-shot you. Good job. Now we kill the bandit. Kill the bandit quickly. Quick, quick, quick. Good job. Okay. Now we simply stack and try to hit both together at the same time. What we want to do is we want to focus the fire shaman first. Usually this is what goes down faster. So just hit him, and we're hitting the other one with him at the same time because they're stacked on top of each other. I'm sorry, Khafir, I'm sorry. Hopefully next time you'll get a chance. I apologize. Ah, the other one was inside the wall. I thought we killed him. Okay, good job. But as you can see, that was not too hard. Next, we are going to kill those couple of NPCs here with us. Okay, so now for the next part here, you will notice we have some stairs, and here is a Mistlock Singularity again. I mentioned before, take it if you want, if you have the mastery for it. And watch out for those laser things because they will do tons of damage, so stay away from them. What we want to do is we want to try and avoid them. And so if you are quick, what you can do is you can kind of maneuver around them. But what you can also do is if you have any sort of reflect, it helps a lot. So for example, Wall of Reflection, Shield 5 on a Guardian. For me personally, I have Aftershock, which is going to give all of us an aura, and we are going to reflect. And I happen to have multiple on them because multiple ones because I can also switch to my Earth, and we can have more reflects. So what I will do now is I will give my party reflects, and we can just run up with no problems. But if you don't have reflects, you can just move around and try to avoid those leaders. So let's get ready. All of us were going to run. I will give you some reflects. 3, 2, 1, go. Go, 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 go. Here's another reflect. You will notice that as we go, we are kind of taking them in our path. We are reflecting them. No need to apologize. That's completely fine. Thank you very much for joining us. And as you can see, once we are up, we have those three things. Just interact with them, and it will disable the lasers. Once we interact with all of them, it will disable the lasers. Okay, now we have the next boss. And here, you will notice there is this red icon behind him. This is a fan. And we will need to activate this fan because he will keep doing poison. We can... Okay, Sandok, no problem. Javier, if you can still watch us, if you want to play, Sandok is going to leave and you can join us after this. Okay, if you want, just type X in guild chat or something and I will invite you after Sandok. So we are going to disable this, or sorry, we're going to activate the fan to handle his poison. You're going to notice that he will constantly apply poison. So I will wait until the poison gets applied so that you can see how it looks like. And then we are going to activate the fan. Okay? No, we don't want to kill the fan. We can't kill the fan. We want to activate the fan. Okay? And then we simply just stack and kill him. In higher levels, activating the fan is not as easy. In higher levels, we will actually need to put some crystals and stuff. Okay? But right now, this is low level, so all we need to do is just activate with the fan. So let's go. Just stack with me. And here is the poison. You can see this green icon. This is on top of the normal poison he is going to apply. How do we disable this? Just simply move to the fan and interact with it. Once you interact with it, you can see it running. It's now green, and we're not going to have this green icon on us anymore. Okay? You just need one person to activate the fan. That's it. Again, this is low level, so it's easy. But on higher levels, there's a little bit more mechanics in order for you to activate the fan. We're going to take it one step at a time. And when we reach the higher levels, I will explain to you how to do it. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Don't be shy. If anyone have any questions, guys, on Discord, on YouTube, feel free to ask. Here's another Mistlock Singularity. Let me just quickly use any skill to show you that it will reset. Okay, because you can see the skill is in cooldown. If I use it, it will reset. Okay? Another thing that also happens is that you can GG. So GG, like if you do / and then GG, literally GG, it will kill you. And then if you are out of combat, you can retry from a checkpoint. Okay, Sandok, no problem. I'm sorry I took so long. I'm just trying to explain to everyone. See you later, Sandok. See you. Okay, let's go ahead and invite Juan with us. Or Javier with us. Okay, so Javier, just go to Lions. Oh, here you go. Perfect. Here you go. Now, why do we do GG? Because sometimes it's actually good. Like at certain points, you can GG and it will progress you to the next point. Okay, but just understand that you can GG in fractals, and sometimes this is useful. So if you hear people telling you to GG, this is what they mean. Do / GG. Okay, so let's go. We're moving. Again, those NPCs, those harpies, we know the drill. Just kill them, and watch out for the drills. Take it one step at a time. I'm jumping quickly because I'm a little bit familiar with them. But you don't need to rush. Just kill the mobs and take all the time you want to take it to the next platform. And by the way, this is taking us much longer than it should, simply because I'm explaining the mechanics. But once you actually get familiar with them, it should take you like maybe 5-10 minutes. It's just taking longer because I'm taking it very slowly and I'm trying to explain mechanics as we go. Job. Let me know if the game volume is too loud or too low. Okay. And the last one. Take it one step at a time. Don't rush. Watch out for the last platform. Very good. Okay. So now this is going to be the last boss, and we are going to fight a bunch of kitty golems. So they are going to spawn twice. Once, each one of them is going to spawn one at a time, and we need to kill one of them at a time. And when we kill the last one, all 4 of them will get activated at the same time. They are not too hard, but this Raving Asura guy is going to start doing some range attacks on us that can do some damage, especially in higher levels. And so reflects here can be very good. Okay, so let's go ahead. Remember, always tag with your group, always. No matter what class, no matter what build, no matter what you are doing, always tag. Juan, if you are watching us on YouTube, there's going to be a little bit of delay. So if you are doing this with us, try to be on Discord. Okay? Try to be with us in Discord. Because there is no delay if you are with me in Discord. You are going to hear exactly what we are saying, kind of like real time. Thank you very, very much, Alex. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Stack, 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 stack. And here you go. Now we have all 4 of them. Okay. So just have reflect if we can. There is a delay, yes. And actually, I'm not sure why, although I chose in the settings to have low latency, but I guess even with low latency, there's still going to be a few seconds of a delay. But it's much better than before. I remember before there was like literally 2 minutes or something. So I'm glad it's a little bit better now. And that's it. Good job. Well done. Okay. So before we start the next one, for those of you who missed the World This Is World announcement, please check the video because I explained all the details about it. Because I know some of you have been asking about World This Is World stuff and which server are we on and when can you join. And I told you that you should wait until the World This Is World announcement. And so I finally made it. And if you missed it, please go ahead and check it. It will include all the details. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I would also like to announce that next Saturday, or this Saturday I should say, so a few days after now, I am going to do a very big World This Is World basics training. This will be something for completely new beginners because I'm going to do it on 2 phases. I'm going to explain basics for World This Is World, like what is World This Is World, what are camps, what are supplies, how do you navigate, how do you read the map, all that kind of stuff. Just basics to get you started with World This Is World. And then we can either do it on Sunday or maybe the next week or whatever. But I'm going to do another training that will be specifically for combat. So how does combat work in World This Is World? Because combat in World This Is World is different than PvE or PvP or something like this. Because there are certain elements that we need to be aware of. Okay. So now let's go ahead and move to the third fractal. And remember, our viewers on Discord or YouTube, if you have any questions, if there's anything you're not sure about, if I'm explaining something you want me to repeat or show you specific thing, please feel free to ask. I'm here to try to explain things. I don't want you to be shy. We're not going to make fun of you. There are no silly questions. If you have anything at all you want to ask about, go ahead and ask. Thank you very much, Alex. That is very kind of you. I absolutely promise I will move an account. I will actually no. I'm not going to move an account. I'm going to create a new account because I don't have right now another one. And so what I'm waiting for is I'm just waiting for the right time. Because as you can imagine, it will be a new account. It will require a lot of work. I will have to level up the masteries. I will have to get mounts. I will need to get gear. And I'm planning not to cheat at all. Like, I'm not going to send anything from my main account to my second account. Because I also would like this to be kind of a tutorial for new players to see how can they progress with absolutely nothing. Even without any help from anyone. So I just need a little bit of time and planning to kind of pick the right time. So I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. Let me explain mechanics here quickly. As you see, we have a bonfire here in the middle, and you lit that fire with your special action key. This bonfire is going to melt this ice wall here, and you can see the health for both. As long as we are able to keep the bonfire alive, it will melt the ice wall. You don't do damage to the ice wall, you just let the bonfire do damage, and your job is to keep the bonfire alive. How to keep it alive? By killing the ice-broad elementals that will have a red icon or red swords above their head. Those are going to sacrifice and kind of kill themselves above the bonfire, which will kill it. And so try to kill those elementals first. And you can also find those firewood. Take them, and then put them in the bonfire, which will increase its health. And as long as your bonfire will have more health than the ice wall, it will keep melting it. So that's it. This is the mechanics. Thank you very much, Alex. That is very, very kind of you. I really appreciate it. And take your time, no rush at all. As we can see, the ice wall now melted. So we are going to go to the next part. Take the Mistlock Singularity if you have the mastery for it. And what we will do now is we will find basically the same thing, but spread around 5 bonfires. We need to lit them the exact same way. Just use your fire thing and use your special action key to interact with them. And then when we have enough, we are going to start killing the elemental. There will be an elemental in the middle. You can see it already from here. And we're going to kill it once we have all the bonfire lit. If I target this elemental right now, you're going to see something like a shield, and it have 10 stacks. As you can see, it's going to significantly reduce the damage. Each bonfire we lit reduces the stacks by 2, which is why there are a total of 5 bonfires. So when we lit all of them, it will take all, oh my god, it will take all the stacks away. And you'll also find those firewood spread around, and you can put them on the bonfire to increase their health. And you can also see here, it tells you exactly how many bonfire are lit. So once you have all of them lit, you can come here, and every 25%, it is going to start throwing out projectiles that will try to detonate the bonfire. As you can see, every 25%, this is this red AoE thing. And if it managed to put out all the bonfires, we are going to see total darkness, and you are going to teleport. But this was easy, so we managed to kill it quickly before it does any of that. But just be aware that you want to be careful not to let it put out all the bonfire. So make sure you are constantly keeping them lit while killing the elemental at the same time. Let's group up. For this next part, there will be a lot of NPCs in our way. Just skip them and run. Okay, so I will put some reflects here. Let's go. What we want to do is we want to reach this red icon here up top. And the path, as you can see, it's a little bit clear. It's not too hard to see on your mini map. So just use that as your own guide. And we will try to make it to the red spot. If you died here, that's okay. Don't worry. Because once your group make it to the end and they're out of combat, you will be able to teleport to them. Okay? I don't want you to memorize a path or anything. Just simply use the map as your guide. As you can see, it's very clear. And you will just want to reach this red icon. Hey Dragon, thank you for joining us. And that's it. We are now at the end. And so if you were caught behind for whatever reason or died at this point, you can do /GG and it will teleport you here to this location. So, for this guy, fat fingers. For this guy, what you will see, okay, so right now, this is what will happen because this is low level. He will only have 2 phases. From 100% to 50%, we just need to kill him and just clear the ads around him. And then at 50%, he's going to teleport, he's going to go invulnerable, and he will summon an elite. Once we kill that elite, he's going to come back down again. During that phase, he's going to start throwing a lot of AoEs that we need to try and kite and avoid. So we want to kill that elite as quick as we can. So let's go. Here he is. This is the first phase. Just kill him quickly along with the NPCs around him. And once he reaches 50%, he's going to go invulnerable. Very good job. Nice damage. Good job. Well done. Here we go. Here is the 50%. And now here are the AoEs I'm talking about. That will cover the entire arena. And here is the elite. Once we get that elite, he's going to come down again. We are doing low level dragon, and so crystals don't matter too much here. Okay? But yes, it would actually be better if you kill the crystals first, especially if you are a new group. But we are doing this as a level 3, and so crystals are not taking effect here. But that's a good job. Very good job, everyone. Very good job. Now, something you need to understand about fractals is, as we progress to a higher level, some of the mechanics just get a little harder. Okay? Like, for example, if we are, let's say we're going to do this exact same fractal in, let's say, tier 2 or tier 3. The mobs are going to be hitting a little harder. The elemental will put out fire a little faster. The reflex will hit harder. The last boss is going to have a little bit different mechanics. He will have more phases. So just understand that things are relatively easy because we are doing low level right now. But as we go higher, things get a little harder. Not too hard, just a little harder. So what I'm planning to do, hopefully, is have this as kind of a full series, explain all the fractals in all different tiers and all different levels, and show you the mechanics for each one of them. Let's go ahead and start the next one, and this will be the last one we will do today. After we are done with the fractals, I'm going to explain how can we make some proper profit from them. Marina, it is absolutely enough. It is more than enough. Honestly, even if you have maybe exotic armor and weapons and a couple of pieces of your trinkets are rare, that will be completely fine. The important thing is know the mechanics for the fractals and know your class. Like, for example, don't take something that you have never played before and try to take it to fractals. That will be a bad idea. But let's say, for example, you have a warrior or something, and you actually understand the class and you know what to do, but you don't have very good gear, that's okay. It's not going to be a problem at all in low levels. And the very good thing about fractals is you can build yourself from the ground up, totally, completely from fractals. Okay, so I don't want you to worry about gear. You absolutely can start fractals, tier 1, even with exotic gear, or even with a couple of pieces of rare. So, 1 minute before we start, because here we're going to see Dolphy. Actually, I think, okay, let's just go kill it quickly. But here is the main boss, and if you look above, you're going to see oil. What we want to do is we want to kill this oil if we can, because this will keep burning down on us, as you can see, and this can cause some problems. So usually what we want to do is we want to handle those oil from a distance before we can engage the boss. I think we killed all of them now. Nope, we have one more oil remaining. Let's try to kill it, please. And as you can see, we have a lot of NPCs that will be coming around to kill us. So we want to try and get those oils down as quick as we can. And let's go. And now we kill Dolphy. And after this, we kill the gate, and that's it. Good job. And this is the first part. Okay. Let's group up here. Take your singularity thing. And this can be a little bit confusing. And I don't want you to feel like it's confusing because you are new. This will be confusing for anyone. Basically, there are going to be a bunch of NPCs that are spread around the arena here. And there are passes. Basically what we want is we want to go here to the middle, this middle arena. And there are gates that are covering the entire thing. Okay? I'm sorry, Dragon. No, I'm not going to show the skip because I actually am against that. I don't want people to skip. I want people to do the mechanics properly. And I'm teaching new people, so I will definitely not show shortcuts. Shortcuts are only for those who are experienced and should only be done if you have a full experience group. This is not a full experience group. There are not going to be shortcuts. But basically, you want to kill those NPCs. And if you notice behind them, there is this barricade. That means we cannot go there. Okay? So, when you see this barricade behind the NPCs, you can skip this group. So we are not going to kill this group. But for example, if I look at the west side here, there is no barricade behind this group. So we can kill them normally. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill them and let's see what will happen. We will see if there is a barricade behind them or not. Good job, well done. Let's go. Kill the ballista ahead of us here because it will also knock back. And here we have another group of mobs ahead of us. Good job. And we have no barricades behind them, so we can kill them. No need to avoid them. We will only avoid the groups that have a barricade behind them, because that means the path is blocked. Okay, now let's look at this group. We don't need to go here. We can already. Okay, so this group have a barricade behind them. So it's pointless. But we already have aggro, so let's just finish them quickly. But again, there is a barricade here, so we cannot actually cross. So we didn't have to kill them. We could have just skipped them. We are split. Both of us are fighting two different groups of mobs right now. So always try to stay together. Always try to stay together. Yes, exactly, Dragon. Thank you for understanding. If you are experienced, you can know the skip, and that's completely fine. But when you are still learning, you should never ever learn to skip, because then you have no idea how the mechanics work. And here is the gate, so we kill the wave here, and we open the gate, and now we are at the middle of the courtyard. Good job. And that's it. So next, we are going to stand behind the statue here. And what we want to do is we want to try and aggro the mobs to us. And the reason why we want to do that, because as you can see, those ballistas will constantly keep knocking back and such. So by standing behind the statue, we prevent us from getting knocked back. Okay? So just pull them here to us. Good job. And we will just kill them here. Just kill them here. Good job. That's it. Good job. Pull a second wave if we can. Just range and pull a second wave. We're not going to go there yet. Just pull them and just hit them and let them come here. Come quickly. Come here. Come here. Juan, come here. Don't fight in the middle. Come here, buddy. Stay with us. Good job. Okay, let's finish this guy here quickly. And now we can kill this last wave where they are. But try to kill the ballistas first, because as you can see, they are constantly knocking us back. Okay, so try to kill the ballistas as quick as we can. Very good job. Very good. Now we are capping this thing, and once we do, we are going to have some shaman that will do his spell, and we need to protect him. Okay? We're going to have waves of NPCs that will keep coming one by one to try and interrupt the ritual. So our job is to kill those waves and try to protect the shaman. I happen to know the location, so stay with me. I happen to know the order and where they spawn with them, so stay with me. But basically, we're just going to kill those waves as they come out one by one, and protect our shaman. Let's go to the next one. Here they are. Good job. You guys are doing a great job. Well done. Remember, if we have any questions from our viewers or from people on Discord, please don't be shy. Let me know. I will be very happy to explain. There are no silly questions. We're not going to make fun of you. Don't worry. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to show you how things are done. Good job. Next wave. Good job. For our viewers who are interested in World vs. World, don't forget to check the World vs. World announcement that I made today on Discord and on a YouTube video. It will have all the information you need to know for those who have been asking about World vs. World and the servers and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, ritual is complete. Now let's go ahead and go back to the middle, and now we're going to fight the last boss. This guy. Just stack and get ready, and you will notice that after 50% he will start doing a little bit more damage. Try to break bar as quick as you can, and you will also notice that he will have an NPC with him. Actually, I don't see, maybe he doesn't appear on low levels. But yeah, after 50% you will notice he will start doing a little bit more damage. So get ready. We're doing very good, keep it up. Good. Try to break bar. Break bar, break bar, break bar. And that's it. Very good job. Very good job. So we are done with the fractals we are going to explain for today. We did 4 fractals, I explained mechanics. Now what we will do is we are going to explain how to make gold from them. Okay? So, first of all, you get a lot of loot, just normal loot, by doing fractals. This is the first thing. Okay? Obviously, all the loot you see right now are not only from the fractals we just did. This is a character I do all kind of group content on, so this loot is from different sources. But nonetheless, you get a lot of loot by doing fractals. So this is the first thing. Secondly, you get those fractal encryptions. And those fractal encryptions sell for a very decent price on the trading post. So if you want, you can just sell them directly. However, you can even make more profit from them. Thank you very much, Ali. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad this was helpful to you. Thank you very much. So, we can make a little bit more profit from fractal encryptions by opening them. How do we open them? By using the fractal encryption keys. Okay, well, how do we get those fractal encryption keys? You get them from mainly 2 sources. You get them by doing dailies, the daily fractals, and when you go to your heroes panel and then click on the achievements and then daily, you will find the daily fractals. It tells you which dailies there are, and then by doing them, you will get a lot of rewards that will include those fractal encryption keys. And also, if you go to the panel here where you choose the fractals, you will see those icons besides the ones that have daily. So if I hover here, it says daily tier 1 swamp, and then daily tier 1 deep stone. And there's something called daily fractal recommended. This is different. There are 2 types of dailies. I have a full guide that explained all of this in details. If you want to check it, just go to my channel and look for the fractal playlist. Or maybe I will just leave it in the description after this. I apologize, I forgot to put it in the description before the stream. So just maybe check this stream a few minutes after, and I will leave the playlist link in there. But I have all guides for fractals. So by doing those dailies, you can get the fractal encryption keys. Or if you go talk to that vendor, this buy 4373, and then go to the 3rd tab where it says fractal encryption keys, you can buy those fractal encryptions. And you are limited to 30 keys at a certain price. Those keys will require 20 silver each and 1 fractal relic. So if I buy 30 now, actually let me buy 10 and let's see what happens. So I will buy 10. Okay? I buy 10, and as you can see, it tells me you can only buy 30 of this item per account per day. Okay, so I'm buying 10, which means I can still buy 20 more. Now if I buy 20 more, I will notice that the price went up. So now it's not 20 silver anymore. Now each key is going to cost 25 silver and 1 fractal relic. This is definitely going to matter because it means those 5 silvers will eat away from your profit a little. But bottom line is, once you have those fractal encryptions, you can use them to open those encryptions. So by having the keys, the fractal encryption keys, you can open the fractal encryptions and make a little bit more profit. On average, you make about 45 to 50 silver by opening the fractal encryption, compared to selling them directly on the trading post. So it's definitely in your interest to to get keys and open the fractal encryptions. Okay, so by opening the encryption, you make about 45 to 50 silver. So you will get some keys, as we said, from doing dailies, and then you can buy a little extra. So it can be good. But once you reach this price, that's it. Like, just buy 30 keys only, because afterwards it will start eating away from your profit and you're not going to make as much. So just only buy 30 keys with your encryptions. And this is the first thing. Secondly, you will also notice all of those +1 agony infusions. You will also get a ton of them. You can simply sell them on the trading post if you want, just as they are right now, or you can use them to upgrade them to +9 and +10 and such. And again, I explain all of that in details in my guides. More importantly, there's also, you get those, the tier 6 materials like the Bloodstone, Dragonite Ore and such, which you can also use in your converters, and you can also use for Heatstone. And again, I also have another guide for that. And the last thing is the tier 5 materials. You get a lot of tier 5 materials, which you should not underestimate, because you can then use them and upgrade them to tier 6 for much, much more profit. Okay? So, fractals are very, very profitable. Even if you are going to do tier 1, they are still very, very good. I'm glad you found this helpful. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, I absolutely do recommend that dragon. I absolutely do recommend that. They are very good. The second best source will be Drizzlewood Coast. Okay? In case you don't know, guys, if you go to the same vendor here, the last item is Mr. Clover's, but this will be a little bit more expensive. Okay, Marina, if you are still watching us, you will also notice that there are other, where is the Bling guy? Here's Bling. Okay. If you talk to the Bling vendor here, you will notice that he will also buy Ascended Armor. Ascended Armor and Ascended Weapons and Ascended Trinkets. Actually, wait, where are the Ascended? The Ascended Trinkets are not here. The Ascended Trinkets are for another vendor. This guy maybe? Yep, this guy here. Ascended Trinkets. Okay? So as I was saying, you can basically build yourself up completely from fractals. Because as you can see, all the currencies and all the stuff you need for all those Ascended are things you actually earn by doing fractals. Okay? So just simply play fractals, even at completely low level, even with full exotic, or maybe even with a couple of pieces of rare, and you will slowly start getting those materials. You can get Ascended Trinkets, you can get Ascended Weapons, and such. Because in order for you to do the high level fractals, you must have Ascended simply because it allows you to put those agony infusions on them. And this agony infusion is what will enable you to raise your agony resistance. And this is what you will need to be able to do higher levels. Oh, I fell down. Okay. But this is what will enable you to do higher level fractals. So, completely don't worry about Ascended. You can start with exotic and build yourself up from lower levels. Okay, that's it. I spoke a lot, I explained a lot of stuff, and I can't breathe anymore. So, remember, next Saturday, or this Saturday, few days after now, I'm going to do basics for Wodus' Vault, complete beginners. It's not going to include any action. We're not going to go fight. We're not going to take objectives. I'm actually just going to explain basics. What is Wodus' Vault? How to navigate, how to know the borderlands. What are the usual terms? What are supplies for? What are siege for? Why are you even there in Wodus' Vault? Why is it good? Why is it bad? What are the positives? What are the negatives? All that kind of stuff. So, because I know we have a lot of people who are interested in Wodus' Vault, and a lot of you who are beginners to it. So, we are going to explain all of that next Saturday. And then I'm going to do another separate training that is going to be specifically for combat in Wodus' Vault. How can we fight together in Wodus' Vault? How does the fight go? What's the difference between having a fight in Wodus' Vault and, for example, some of the fights we just did now in PvE? All that kind of stuff. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that, Marina and Dragon. Sorry, Sergio, what did you say?
I'm gonna log off now.
Okay, thank you very much, Sergio, for helping us.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Sure. Good night, Sergio. And I think that will also be a good time for us to end our stream. If we have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm leaving our Discord info in the description. This will include the info for my personal Discord for YouTube stuff. You can get in touch with me for anything you want. And it will also include the details about our guild and such. So feel free to take a look. And if you have any questions, if you have any requests, please feel free to get in touch with me. And I will put the Fractal playlist in the description for this live stream once we are done. So just refresh maybe in a couple of minutes and you will see the playlist link here in there. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was helpful for you. I will see you later. Good night.